got a dramatic update this morning because today we've done the kitchen and the floor and the other floor. So we've done two floors and the wall. Well, Mum and Mandy did the wall. I did the clipboard, these things, and then fell on the bum a couple of times. So kind of gotten as far as I can go with these things. These things are unfortunately plastic, which means we have to get rid of them. We can't kind of use them to build the retaining wall or the drive or anything else like that. But the tiles we used for that. So, we didn't waste everything. Yeah, so it's kind of like half the kitchen's tiled. We think it runs all like along this way as well. So we've got that to do. Other than that, we've had the drive has been built up today, so it's not done. It's not yet done. But if I can get outside. The door cooperates with me for more than a minute. It's a pain. Woo! Yeah, I'm just murdering myself on that door because it's horrid. Anyway, yeah, we're changing the door soon. Really soon. Like, madly soon. So this is kind of like what they've done. It's all sand and gravelly dirt. It is very warm out this front. Not the same can't be said for the back, but it's warm out the front. So yes, the gravelly dirt thing's all down. We're due another cement truck tomorrow, which is good. And then I think they're going to build the shed tomorrow, if they have time. Depends how well that is drying. It's drying really well. Yes, we had an issue with the carpet last night, which is what my mum's trying to fix now. So basically, we were waiting in. And he goes and turns up at like 9 o'clock at night. Now, you guys have seen now how dark it gets out here at 8. So if you can imagine at 9 o'clock, it's pitch black, right? Apparently, he was driving up and down this road for about an hour. Okay. And he was trying to ring us. But because we ordered the carpet like months and months and months ago, he had the old phone number, which we didn't realise. Obviously, we didn't have a house phone then, so we hadn't given him the house phone number. So he was trying to ring my mum's mobile in a house that gets no signal. So you can imagine how well that went. So basically, he gave up. And he was like, oh, it's all your fault, da 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 da. Even though he did have a full set of instructions on how to get to the house. We are literally the only house by the bridge. Well, we're the only white house by the bridge. I mean, our next door neighbour's house is just not, it's not white in the slightest. So, and you can't miss his house, to be fair. But he said he was driving up and down this road. Now, if you're coming at us from Cardigan, yeah, alright, you can't see us. But if you're coming at us from the opposite direction, you cannot miss us. We are a huge ass house at the bridge. You literally cannot miss it. So, yeah, very annoyed, because I was all set to do my mum's bedroom. So I'm very glad that we started the kitchen, because it feels like I've got a lot done to. We've done so much today. But yes, we need to clear out the rest of my mum's stuff, because the cement's hopefully going to go really far down this drive. And then we're going to get like some nice gravelly stones in a really nice colour or something like that. I don't know, Mum's in charge of that. I'm just going to, take the credit. I wish. My mum really is in charge of all this, because outdoors her domain. So yes, we're hoping to get a redelivery on that bloody carpet. I'm hoping at some point I'll stop pulling my hair out over it. And yeah, I think, what was it? It's the shed's being built, retaining wall, some planters, and then the builder's moving inside for us, which is really nice actually. They reckon we've got like a week left of hot weather, but that it won't take them longer than that. Apparently he's also building us a fence. That's it, because my mum she mentioned ages ago that she wanted a fence around the courtyard. I totally forgot about it, but apparently he ordered in the wood and it's taken this long and it's finally turned up. So we're like, oh well, okay. It wasn't on the list of really important jobs, but since he's ordered the wood, we may as well. So we're going to have a fence being built. Hopefully that will go also on top of the retaining wall, so that when my mum is reversing the car, she doesn't go into the ditch. there will be no chance of that. She physically won't be able to, like, you know, because she may like miss a tiny edge thing, but she will not miss a fence. There's no way. She's not that blind. Even I'm not that blind. Although watching me drive is just terrifying. So yeah. Oh, and the sign needs to go up. It's looking at me. It's like, you know, do something with me. Put me up. Or something. Anything. I'm just like, you're hard work. And I don't want to deal with you yet. And that's the first sign of madness. Although for me it's like the 50th sign of madness, I think. I talk to myself a lot. Yeah. The only other thing I need to do, once we've done the kitchen, we have to shunt all the units to the centre of the room. Well, that'll be easy, except for the smeg cooker. That I can't move, in all honesty. I'm not even sure how I'm going to get the clipboards out from underneath it. I'll try, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to end up shunting that onto the concrete, and wherever it lands, that's where it's staying. The electrician's just going to have to work around it. The thing is, yeah, we have to get the boards up because we need to see if the floor's flat. It's really hard to tell if it is or not. It's like, I think an attempt was made, probably back in the 50s, I'd imagine, given how old it is, because there is a solid concrete floor after the tiles. So yeah, an attempt was made to make it flat, but that's kind of broken apart here and there, so whether it's still flat, don't know. We hope it is, because it will. It's just another job that we really don't have time for now. Because I mean, the antique places as well, they can't hold our furniture for much longer. They're kind of like, you know, they want to come and bring it in, so it's like, oh, okay. But if the shed goes up tomorrow, then I can do a little bit more Tetris. Yeah, I mean, the only place I can honestly move the kitchen into that would get it out of the way is the conservatory. That is possible, to be frankly honest. We've got a little bit of space in there now. It disrupts the cats, is the only thing. Like, the conservatory is the cat's safe space, so we would be interfering with that, I suppose. But I mean, the dishwasher's not plugged in right now, so oh, I wish I kind of thought about that now. Because see, I've taken the clipboards off leading up to the conservatory. I could have just slid stuff in there, but now there's a a gap. Ugh. Right, I need to go plan this out with my wonderful mother, and by the sounds of it, she's stopped yelling at Carpet Man, so we'll see what we get. Tomorrow's going to be very, very busy. I think today is just, well, the rest of the day, I said, we're just going to clean up the mess we've made and clear the rest of the driveway of all our pots and ornaments and everything, and all the plants, get them around the back of the house. Yep. Last big job. Here we go.
Where's he going?
I'll turn around. Just shoot downhill.
Oh, Nanny McPhee. Says McPhee.
Ah.
My kids always love their thing, Nanny McPhee. You know that.
Have a look over here on the road. Wait on that.
I nearly ran then. I nearly.
How's that? Yeah, go over here first and keep going up and keep the ball in place. Hopefully. Let it go back a little bit. If you can't, go on foot. I'll leave it. Punch it. You have to know this. Look how many passed? How many passed? One chance on it, so it's going to be right. But once it goes hard, it's all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is that, and it's crap.
Hello again. Oh god, it echoes in here now. I'm back in the family bathroom because I promised you guys I'd show you what it looks like now. There is no bath. The tiles are gone. I just thought that black dot there, that's like big dead black spider McGee that my mum murderlated in here. Oh god, that skylight is like covered in webs and it's horrible. I actually generally don't like being in here because it's nasty. But anyway, so yeah, this is what's left of the bath. The dark spot, a little bit concerning actually. I can't remember if that was here this morning. I've noted it now. If it gets bigger, we've got a leak somewhere. Yes, because apparently the jacuzzi bath is due Wednesday. What day is it? Oh my gosh. Do you know how many days I lose in this house? Because we're working all the time. Yeah, apparently carpet delivery is now next week Monday. What's Tuesday today, so bath's due tomorrow. Yeah, okay. So carpet's due next week Monday. Apparently, here's the thing, right? It's not delivered by the actual company we bought it for. It's delivered by a company in Cardiff. Wow. Wow. And they deliver on behalf of this company as a favour. Cardiff is 4 hours away. So I've kind of gone from feeling really annoyed at this driver to like really pissing him, in all honesty. Because that means he drove 4 hours just to get hopelessly lost in the middle of the night, and then he had to drive 5 hours home knowing that he's going to have to drive it again. I really shouldn't laugh. But on the other hand, we did leave really concise instructions, and every other delivery guy has found us. And not to mention, we actually have a sign now, and he missed the sign? That sign is big, right? It is big. We designed it that way because we knew we were difficult to see. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how he's managed that. So I'm cross between like being angry at him and being like feeling like pity for him. So I just want some of the sunshine now. Yeah. So that's kind of the update on that. My mum's decided that she wants to do paperwork, so I've decided to come up here and do a bit more of the editing, filming, whatever. I also may or may not set up my gaming equipment. I'm kind of hesitant to do that because it changes my mindset from work in terms of building work and painting work and, you know, the actual project that we're doing to my gaming channel again. It's going to switch my train of thought. I'm a really organised person is the best way of describing it. and I kind of have like a track that I set my mind on, and that dictates kind of how I do things, and kind of work and play, or whatever it is my gaming channel is. It's like kind of like it would become like a second job, I suppose. They're different tracks, and I find it very difficult to be on like more than one track at a time. So, but on the other hand, I know I did promise to start gaming again by November latest, I think. So I'll do it eventually. I will get back to it. I don't know what I'm going to play or how I'm going to ease myself back into it. Well, whether I'm just going to go full ham and play Resident Evil Village, I don't know. I've avoided all spoilers on that somehow. I have somehow managed to do that. So it will be a completely fresh experience for me. But on the other hand, I haven't finished any of the other games, but I don't want to come back just to finish one of the other ones, to be honest. So I will probably start a brand new one. It's just which brand new one I end up doing. I said, we'll see. Who knows, I might do something completely out of left field and play a game no one's ever heard of. Or I might play a classic. Who knows? We'll see when I get into it, which is not now. And when the guys move inside, I don't want to be on the track of gaming because it brings the noise inside. So I want the guys to at least finish rebuilding the upstairs first, because that's what's going to happen first. So yeah, the kitchen's kind of been left as a bit of a tip right now. So tomorrow I'm probably going to take all the clipboards out and then move the furniture that I can into the conservatory. I've had a look at the space. I think I can do it. I'll just need to recruit somebody for the extra muscle. With two of us, we'll manage. Yeah, and then I'm going to pull the rest of the furniture into the middle of the room. And then we've got to like rip as much wallpaper off as possible. If the guys manage to get the shed up tomorrow, I don't think they will. I'm thinking the shed's going to be done the day after. But if they do get it up tomorrow, I'll empty out the office and put that in the shed. After Mum spider-proofed it. I need to remember to get Mum to spider-proof it first. We should have some like calc or sealant or something somewhere. If not, Screwfix is 5 minutes up the road and they sell it. They sell it like by the ton. It's fine. Yeah, so that'll be the shed. Will be up. Get the office equipment in there. Honestly, I think by the time we do that, I'll be absolutely knackered. But we'll see. I have a habit of pushing myself when I've got a deadline coming in. I feel the deadline of this electric man's given us. And I love how everybody else is just like, yeah, but it's 3 weeks, it's 3 weeks. I'm like, well, yes, it is 3 weeks, but I am the only one doing this. I am the one that is lifting everything and pulling the wallpaper down. And I have to write on the walls where everything's going. And I don't think anyone else realises how big a fucking job that is. 3 weeks is not a lot of time. I am also the person, though, that packed up my previous house. And I was told the same thing then. You're starting too early. What are you doing? And do you know what? We were packing right up until the night that we were going to leave. And I started too early. Too early, my ass. Anyway, so I get a little bit annoyed when people question me when I start doing things. It's like, no, I have a schedule in my head. I know my own limits and I know how much work I can do in a day. Comfortably. And even then I will push myself if I have to. And I just know that kitchen, that it's a lot of work. I'm glad we've started, but it is a lot of work. And the more we do, the harder it's going to be for me to cook in there and to use it as an actual functional space. The real kick is that we've got to do the living room at the same time. And that is a carpet that's coming up. And apparently we are keeping the carpet, which means it has to come up undamaged. Because we're going to use it up here. On this, we're replacing this really rubbish brown stuff. And the red's going to come through from the hallway. Which is good because it's honest to God, it's a good carpet. It is from, I think, the 50s. But it's still got a really good thick underlay on it. It's lovely. And then this grey stuff in this room is just horrid. It's just horrible, thin and scratching. No. No. So yes, the red's got to come up. That's going to have to be stored in this room. There's just nowhere else it's going to go. Or the floor of the gym. Yeah, it's a little bit scary, to be honest, because everything is hinging on this shed being built and it being big enough to take this stuff. The second shed, apparently, it's not a shed, it's a summer house, that is due on the 2nd of October, we seem to think. Now that's, I think, a week away. A week and a bit. So if the electrician gave me 3 weeks, I'd essentially have maybe a week left, I think, or half a week. Let's be real, I'd have a couple of days is what I'd have. Because he said if he can come early, he will. He'll come early. I'm like, don't come early, please don't come early. I need the full time. I'm stressed enough as it is. So yeah, when the second shed gets here, that'll be treated the same way. We'll need to collar that very quickly. October's going to be cold. There is no way around that. It's going to be freezing. We're going to be painting in freezing, flaming cold, and it's going to take ages to dry. And I just won't be able to fill it in time. There's just no way. So I'm not relying on that summer house. I don't think it'll be here in time to do any of the work. So it's the shed. That shed has to take a lot of stuff. I'm going to Tetris the ever-living hell out of that shed. All those tools are going to go in. All my art stuff is going to be moved out of the gym. That will go into the office. That just clears up the gym. Because my art stuff fills every space it's in. I have so much art stuff. And I know I use it. I go down, I just go through so much of it. But then I get replacements and I replace it. And I'm constantly going out, and doing things like I did on the beach where I collected a bag full of shells and it's like, I won't use these for 3 years, but I've got them now. And they'll go into a box and I'll have another box full of stuff. My clay is still sitting outside. Oh god, it's sat outside in that 24-degree weather. It might be baked. Oh, it's fine. Even if it's rock solid, you can melt it down for slip, to be honest. Or it can be used in the retaining wall. Whatever. Yeah, my mum bought that clay off me, to be fair, so it's not really mine anymore, but I'm just like, it's because I know how much it was worth. I'm just like, it's sat outside, it's wet, it's dry, and then it's wet again. I'm like, that is a lot of clay. It's designed for the kiln, and it should not be outside, but it is. Yeah. I think my kiln's going to be moved into the summer house when that turns up. We'll have to see with that. To be fair, that is the one thing that probably can go in the summer house straight away, whether it's wet or not, because the kiln's on a wheel thing, and it's basically a giant slab of stone. It doesn't care if its environment is wet or not. The kiln itself, the unit, is fine. It's just everything else. Everything else needs a solid foundation. Although we can probably get the shelves in and stuff. That won't matter. So yeah, it's bits and pieces. A lot of reorganisational stuff. Yeah, I can feel it coming. I can feel the stress coming. But yeah, it's hard knowing I'm doing a lot of this on my own. That's the kicker for me. It's just like, I have to do this on my own. I'm the only one with like the strong back to do it, and the the energy is supposed to do it. But yeah, it's days like today where I'm just like, kind of miss my brother. Could kind of use him being here, because he's got the same kind of gung-ho movement and attitude that my mum used to have, but she doesn't have the back for it anymore. She doesn't have the energy anymore. That's age for you kids. But yeah, I'm not the bouncy one in the family, and I never have been. So I've built up a lot of muscle these past few months, like flipping egg. Everything hurts. I am so tired. And I had the worst sleep last night imaginable. I'm not even so sure I did actually sleep. It was like I was asleep and then I was like, and asleep, and awake, and asleep, and awake. I've been like that all night until I heard like Alexa's morning alarm go off at 8, and I was like, this is hell. This is actual hell. It's not because I got stressed because I was going to the doctors. Social anxiety, people. I haven't had like an actual social anxiety attack since moving, except for this morning. Over visiting a brand new GP. That's what triggers it. That's what did it. The minute I saw the face of my doctor, I was fine. I fucking hate it. I hate that my brain does that. It's just like, here's 1,000 lists of things for you to panic about that don't exist. It's the actual worst. But no, I'm not taking pills for it because it's not that bad. My social anxiety is manageable. I have like a list of techniques that I learnt at university. But I mean, I used to hang around the counselling kids. You know, the counsellor course kids. And I'd just let them practice on me. So I know a lot of like the techniques and stuff that they have to use, and the stuff to look out for and stuff like that for like mental health and stuff like that. And then I just apply it to myself. And I helped my mum through hers as well, like her counselling course and everything like that. So yeah, I do like the self-application thing for anxiety, which is why I've never had a full-on anxiety attack, because I've always been able to like manage myself. I'm like, thank heavens I'm not the worst out there. But it is a horrible thing to live with, especially when you know there's nothing to be afraid of, but it's like you're convincing one side of your brain that just doesn't want to listen to you that everything's fine, and you're like, I'm at war with myself all the flaming time. It's so irritating. And then I have days where it just turns off. It's gone. And I can do whatever the feck I like. And I don't have that nasty little voice in my head going, you're doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. It's gone. It's quiet. And I'm like, oh, today's a good day. Today I can get a shit ton of work done. And then you go to sleep at night and it's like it turns back on. I was like, oh. Here's everything you're going to regret in 10 years' time. Like, oh, thanks. I needed that list. I needed to think about this now. Anyway, I need to get off this conversation. It's just because it happened last night. It just affects up my whole sleep schedule. So whether I take sleep syrup or not, I don't know. Hopefully I will pass out tonight in an attempt to recover my lost sleep. But if not, I do have like a sleep syrup that I take on like the worst days. But I'll only take it when I have to, because it makes me useless the next day. Like, it's like you waking up in like a fog and you don't want to do anything. It's the worst feeling. I mean, I get up and do anything. I get up and do stuff anyway because it irritates me. I get irritated at myself when I'm not doing something. But then I'll be like lethargic and doing it, and then I do it wrong, and I'm like, why did I do that? It's just because you got angry at yourself and you went and did it. Because I would have been angrier at myself if I just sat down and did nothing. Yeah, we're getting off the Roxie therapy train. I'm fine. This is fine. This is what the diary is for. This is a coping method, don't you know? Apparently. Not that I started it for that, but it is quickly becoming my daily emotional diary. How I'm feeling today versus yesterday. And I've noticed in certain videos you can kind of tell when I'm having a bad day because I look like shite. Like on camera I just look completely despondent. Nothing's happening. There's a glazed look over the eyes. It's just like, oh, wow. That was not a good day. And then I have days like today where I'm like, actually, you know what, I've got a ton of work done and I'm feeling pretty good, and yeah. Anyway, it's only 2:00. Like I said, there's so much stuff I can do today. I just need to keep moving. So I'm going to go back to editing. I've got some videos to finish. pretty much going to take them up to December, I think, in terms of my editing schedule at the moment. And then, yeah, I don't know. So the rest of the day goes. Tomorrow I will stress. So hopefully tonight I will sleep. That's wishful thinking at its height.